So I think online is a big phenomena that has happened, in the last few years. And while we were all debating in terms of how online is going to hit us, the reality it's already hit us. So if people think that online is the future, it's not the future, it's the present, and it'll manifest itself in very different ways going forward. The other thing which I've seen in financial services across categories, be it capital markets, broking, insurance, asset management, and so on and so forth, a significant chunk of people are actually now researching online, purchasing offline, and vice versa. So they're actually researching offline and purchasing online. So the consumer is more empowered. Technology is playing a big enabler. And the third thing, which I think is a universal phenomena across all industries, is that there has been a big trust erosion. Institutions have actually evaporated overnight. Right. So therefore, I think it is very important. While online is great, while building the brand is equally important, be it in the online domain or the offline domain. So I think trust evaporation has happened consistently, and brands and companies and marketers need to consistently work towards re-establishing and winning back the trust and the confidence of the consumers. See, in financial services, like it or not, 80 to 90% of what we do is decision making is of the consumer is still driven by the channel. So the channel and people who actually front end the brand, on the ground, or the last mile, as I like to call it, plays a very critical role. So it's very important that the channel is enthused, it's energized, and completely in sync and aligned with the broader and the larger Uber strategy of a group or a corporation. See, online will continue to play a role because online today is not just a marketing channel or a marketing platform, but online is becoming a way of life. So people and corporations will have to start breathing, living, and delivering online. So what does that mean? That means customizing products, customizing experiences, and more importantly, customizing the way you reorient yourself as a firm to meet this challenge going forward. Right, so that's going to be critical. The other bit is that content is extremely critical, especially in financial services, because and we all know this. There's enough debate, enough discussion that has happened around the fact that consumer decision journey is no longer linear. It's not linear. So what's happening? There's a lot of conversation happening. How do you ensure that you get the right content? How do you ensure that you get the right content which makes you credible, more trusted as a brand, and you plug yourselves into conversations? So creating content, curating content, and more importantly, distributing it in the right fashion is going to be extremely critical. Channel will continue to be very important, but the way you talk to channel, the way you talk to your people internally and externally, I think those platforms are going to change. So increasingly, while I'm not saying that ATL will be completely missing, ATL will continue to play a critical role, but digital and more importantly online as a platform, online as a mechanism to reach out more effectively will get even more powerful going forward. No, so mobile I think is part of mobile is a screen, right? So and I think given the fact that more and more people are actually moving on to mobile as a screen, I think when you think digital, by default you have to start thinking mobile.